Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Shri Guru Namaha. The theory part of YIC course is made out of Bhagavad Gita. It is a very good lesson plan and designed so as to bring the inner depth of Bhagavad Gita into practice. So we have Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. This is the lesson plan. It starts with Jnana Yoga. But for your easy understanding, I start with Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti referred here has 3 steps. It begins with Kama. And Kama can be refined to Prema. And Prema leads to Bhakti. Bhakti is the highest form of love. For all these 3 words of Kama, Prema, Bhakti, there is only one meaning, which is love. Bhakti is a form of love. Bhakti is devotion. Devotion to Lord. Devotion to Ishvara. It is the form of love. Expression of love towards Ishvara. But it is a refined form of Kama. Kama is also love. Kama means desire. Desire is also love. Desire comes because I love about a thing. I want to get a thing. I love it. We used to say, I love coffee. We used to say. Because it is a desire for coffee. So, Kama is desire. Desire is equal to love only. Then why it has to be refined? Because it has the basis of selfishness. Desire is the outcome of selfishness. It will not help for our spiritual progress towards moksha, towards liberation. So, Kama has to be refined into Prema. What is Prema now? Prema is without selfishness. Unconditional love. The unconditional love towards Lord is Prema. This is called Prema Bhakti. Even this Prema Bhakti, in Prema also we have Prarthana. How do we pray? Because of our requirements. We request God to sanction these boons. Even though we love unconditionally, this intention is there in our fundamental aspect of Prema. Then the true Bhakti is refined from Prema. The true Bhakti is selfless, desireless. Purna Sharana Gatihi is Bhakti. Bhakti is nothing but submission. So three kinds we have understood. That's what three kinds of bhakti we have understood. That's what Kamyartha Bhakti, Prema Bhakti, Purna Bhakti, which is nothing but Sharanagati, submission. The secret of success in Purna Sharanagati is all about selfless, desireless submission to Lord. These are the steps what we are going to study in this lesson. And now I will share the lesson plan of Bhakti Yoga. In your book, you have to follow from Bhakti Yoga section. 61st page, unit 3. Bhagavad Gita is a great text presented in the form of dialogue between Arjuna and Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So we pray Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Vyasa, and our Guru Mandala, Pujya Shri Dayananda Saraswati Swami Ji, who has given great descriptions about the Bhashyam of Bhagavan Adi Shankara. We pray Bhagavan Adi Shankara to shower the light on Bhagavad Gita so that we can understand the divine words of God. Gita is song of God. Lord Krishna himself directly gives his profound, in-depth knowledge with selected words, and the words are having very deep meanings. Without the grace of Ishvara, without the grace of Guru, without the grace of Gita Shastram, and without Atma Kripa, it is very difficult to understand these Gita verses. So we start with Prarthana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitaamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandhadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. And this structure of Bhakti Yoga, we will have a look into that. Introduction, objectives, Kama to Prema, Prema to Bhakti, Saguna Sakshatkara, Nirguna Sakshatkara, Para Bhakti. What happens to a person who follows Bhakti Yoga throughout his life at the time of death? And all about ultimate merger, summary of all these above 8 topics, and model questions and answers in the point of view of examination. These 10 parts we are going to see, and everywhere Bhagavad Gita references are there. You can verify the original Bhagavad Gita book or follow these notes. Both ways you can follow the teachings. It is better to have one copy of Bhagavad Gita for your ready reference. And we start with the introduction. Chaturvidha bhajante maam jana sukritin-arjuna arto jignasurarti Jnani cha Bharatarshava. I repeat. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Jana sukritinarjuna. Arto jignasurartharthi. Jnani cha Bharatarshava. Chaturvidha bhajante mam. Jana sukritinarjuna. Arto jignasurartharthi. Jnani cha Bharatarshava. This shloka is referred from the 7th chapter, which is called Jnana Vijnana Yoga, and the shloka reference is 16. Chaturvidha bhajante ma. There are 4 types of virtuous men worship me, O Arjuna. They are 4 types. The first type of bhaktaha are called artha bhaktaha. The second one is artharthi. The third one is jignasu. Fourth one is jnani bhaktaha. Artha bhaktaha, artharthi bhaktaha, jignasu bhaktaha, jnani bhaktaha. There are 4 types of. O Arjuna, the man in distress rushes towards me. O Lord, save me. With this prayer, he rushes towards me. He is called Artha Bhakta, a disturbed man, a distressed man who is in a problem. And the second one is the man seeking wealth, Artharthi Bhakta. Third one is the man who seeks knowledge, Jignasu Bhakta. Fourth one is Jnani Bhakta, a man who has attained wisdom, who has obtained wisdom. Hey Bharata, Bharatarshava. Bharatarshava is Arjuna. Oh, the best of all Bharatas. Bhakti Yoga is a science of emotion culture. We are in an era of science and technology, developing ourselves predominantly at the intellectual level. The left brain development is fantastic, probably unseen over centuries. However, we have started realizing that our right brain related to emotions is hardly trained. The image of the brain is given, the left brain and the right brain. The left brain is very practical and it is used. Right brain is not at all attended. We often get stuck with emotions such as grief, hatred, jealousy, and selfishness. We want everything for ourselves. Selfishness has increased and there is no concern and love for others. Nobody considers others. Our human aspect, our heart has yet to blossom in compassion to our head. Unless the heart opens up, we cannot call ourselves as real human beings We are merely intellectually rational animals. Indian culture gives several techniques to culture the emotions. And this is contained in what is called Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is cultivating the mind and intelligence. Bhakti Yoga is the science of emotions. Culture helps to train our emotional faculty, makes us mature, to have love for our nation and society in tune with universal brotherhood. The path of emotions culture broadens our vision to overcome our pettiness. Smallness, pettiness means smallness, gross selfishness, hatred, greed, jealousy, and raises us to highest levels of universal brotherhood and oneness. What does yoga have to say about controlling these emotions? Control the mind, the seat of all emotions, says Raja Yoga. This is what in Tattva Bodha we study Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampattihi, and Mumukshutvam as Sadhana Chatushtayam. Sadhana Chatushtayam means there are 4 important practices which are called sadhana for liberation, to come out of all grief and sorrows of human life. You have to practice 4 things. The first one is called Viveka. Viveka is the discriminative knowledge. Vairagya is dispassion, to maintain the equanimity, which we have already explained. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, equal-mindedness in success or failure. Vairagyam is otherwise called Yoga of objectivity. Third one has Shama Dhamma, mind control and sense control. Uparama, withdrawal. Titiksha, patience. Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha. Shraddha, the dedication towards the words of the Guru and Shastra. What is Shraddha? The dedication towards the words of the Guru and Shastra. And finally, the 6th quality is Samadhanam. Samadhana means focus on one subject. Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. And that leads to Mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam is moving towards Muktihi. So it takes you to liberation. So underline these words given in the lesson. What is the relationship of yoga towards bhakti is, as told in Raja Yoga, controlled the mind, because mind is the seat of all emotions. So unless you practice this, it is difficult to do karma yoga and difficult to understand jnana yoga. So sublimate them by surrendering yourselves to the Lord, says Bhakti Yoga. Then realize that you are not this mind and you are Atman, which says Jnana Yoga. Think of others before you think of yourselves is Karma Yoga. Now you have understood why I have underlined and I have highlighted these 4 lines. In these 4 lines, the author of the lesson beautifully explains all the 4 yogas in 4 lines. Control the mind, the seat of all emotions, is Raja Yoga. Think of others before you think of yourselves is Karma Yoga. Realize that you are not the mind, says Jnana Yoga. You are not the mind, then who are you? Atma. I am Atma. That is Jnana Yoga. To understand these 3 yogas, what should I do? I should sublimate all my emotions by surrendering myself to the Lord. That is the Bhakti Yoga. Very good step to start with. Unless you submit yourself to the Lord, you will not be able to think of others, because you will be projecting yourselves. When you are sublimating yourselves, you are able to think of others benefit, because you are offering a prasada to Lord, and the prasada you will be distributing to others. You will be sharing to others, because you are going to consider others. After the conclusion of bhakti, you are going to consider about others. So selflessness begins in bhakti. When you are submitting yourself to the Lord, you will be able to think of others before you think of yourself, so that you are going to practice Karma Yoga. And for that, you have to control the selfishness, which is the product of the mind, which is the seat of all emotions. Raja Yoga is applied. After these steps of Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Raja Yoga, automatically you become an adhikari for Jnana Yoga, which is nothing but realizing that I am not this mind, I am the pure consciousness. So these 4 lines beautifully explain about Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Raja Yoga. You have to put it into the order. Number 1 is Bhakti Yoga. Number 2 is Karma Yoga. Number 3 is Raja Yoga or Dhyana Yoga. Number 4 is Jnana Yoga. That is why we are starting from Bhakti Yoga.